Welcome friends. Now we're gonna see about why blood cell size increased in folic acid and vitamin B12 deficiency. Just imagine friends, this clumsy cycle is happening inside all the cells of our body. The methyl tetrahydrofolic acid group will enter into the cells from blood after getting absorbed. After entering into the cells, it will donate a methyl group to cobalamin. So the cobalamin will transfer it to homocysteine so that it will form methionine. After donating a methyl group, the tetrahydrofolate will be alone and it will take one methylene group from serine, that is CH2 group, and will transfer it to DUMP and it will form dihydrofolic acid, and DUMP will be converted into DTMP. Eventually, the dihydrofolic acid will be reduced to tetrahydrofolic acid with the help of dihydrofolic acid reductase enzyme. So why we should understand this cycle? The best thing about this cycle is we need not to remember this cycle. The ultimate aim is we are getting CH2 group with the help of tetrahydrofolate and cobalamin so that we can form DTMP. Why we should understand this DTMP formation? Because DNA formation needs thymine. With this we move on to this thing. The outer circle is the cell and the inner one is the nucleus. Replication is the process of conversion of DNA to DNA, and the transcription is conversion of DNA to RNA, and translation is RNA to proteins. Normally DNA is present inside the nucleus, so replication and transcription are happening inside the nucleus, but translation is happening inside the cytoplasm. Normally we need 4 nucleotide bases to form DNA and RNA. DNA is formed by deoxyadenine, deoxyguanine, deoxycytosine and deoxythymine, but RNA uses uracil instead of thymine for its formation. The only difference between thymine and uracil is methylene group, that is CH2 group. So just remember friends, thymine has methylene group and uracil doesn't need the methylene group. With this, we come to the conclusion that without folic acid and vitamin B12, we can't get methylene group. Without methylene group, we can't get thymine. Without thymine, we can't make DNA. Without DNA, replication cannot be formed. Without replication, the nucleus size will decrease. We will end up with immature nucleus. Also, without replication, we cannot divide the cell. So cell count also will decrease. So ultimately we will end up with decreased nucleus size and decreased cell count. But transcription and translation will keep on continue because RNA formation doesn't need thymine for its formation. So DNA will be transcripted to RNA and RNA will be translated to proteins. The protein here we are discussing is hemoglobin. So our cell size will rise with the rise to hemoglobin, but the nucleus size will decrease. This is called nuclear cytoplasmic dyssynchrony. We have rise to hemoglobin but immature nucleus. And red blood cells are not only the cells need replication to get divided. All the other white blood cells also need replication to get divided. Because replication is the process getting affected, all cell count will also decrease. So we will end up with pancytopenia. And the more interesting facts about these vitamins will be discussed in further videos. Thank you friends.